Enjoy the video. Okay, hello. Have Visuals here. And today is day 331. I'm drawing every day. Today, I'm doing a oil pastel. And it's going to be of this. It is a painting by Gleb Golubetsky. It's called Coming Home. And yeah, shout out to A1, let's see. He commented. Yeah, A1 Mutts 289. Played in a CS game. Great dude. Here you are. Shout out to you. I'm also excited just for a bit of a harder challenge. I have not done something like this. I know Bristol's not the right paper, but it's the only rippable paper I have out. So that's what we're gonna be using. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done a live comm, but I think I can still do it. Because my phone is above me, the audio quality is probably not gonna be ideal now that I think about it, but that is okay because it's not the end of the world. Yeah, if the audio quality is so bad, then I'll probably maybe make it into a time lapse, and then that is what it is. And we tried, but hope that's not the case. Hope it's fine. I do need to get a little tiny microphone I can wear, and that would improve my quality, I think. But once again, here is what I'll be doing as my reference. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll do a bit more angled. I'll angle it down, then everyone can see. And everyone probably just gotta look into my apartment. It's a little messy. I'm moving in a few days, so yeah. Okay. There we are. I'll have to sit around it a little funky, but if it's good quality, then that's what matters. Whoa. Okay. Alrighty. Sorry, it's a long. I'll cut. I'll cut to, where it's all set up. Okay. Boom. Voila. Okay. And I don't really know if my head's gonna get in here or what, but I guess I'll have to sit up. It's gonna be a little funky. Alright, we're doing a rough sketch because the main focus of this is gonna be the painting. So this is all just, for my own reference and sizing and all that. Yeah, I haven't done one of these in a while. I've been on vacation. I was in June Lake where I did my 300th day, and then I was back here in Seattle for a little bit, and then I just got back to Seattle because I was a week out east at Virginia Beach. So finally back, and I have just kind of been busy. I'm moving my apartments, getting new keys to my apartments tomorrow. So, yeah, just busy, all things considered, but not busy enough that I haven't been doing my drawings, because we're gonna keep doing those. I don't want to miss a day. Little doggy's funny. Yeah, references photo. I was looking at Glebesky's work. He's really talented. I mean, just, incredible artist, obviously. These are going to be tree reference. Trees are going to go like that. I've never really done oil painting to this scale, let alone, or oil pastel, pardon me, let alone ever to this scale, let alone ever for oil pastel. Real one I've done it is just as a kid in like art class in middle school. So I don't even know if it's possible. There's some water puddles. Shading's gonna go here. And then this is all just white unknown. All right, might as well get to it. Already 5 minutes in, I haven't even put anything on the page. All right. Yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna start. I've never used oil pastels. I'm gonna go flat side, because I don't really want to get them too sharp. That's my thought process, at least. Yeah, I realize I probably shouldn't have put pencil too hard, or I should have tried to erase it off right now, but it's all part of the learning process. I'll have to just cover it up. Shout out A1 Mutz once again. This is his favorite painting, and so honestly a little bit of pressure to try to get it to the same level. Obviously I'm not going to, but hopefully I can do a good rendition, something that doesn't bring shame to this. Yeah, I've never used oil pastels. If anyone is an artist in the chat in the comments and would like to give me some tips, that'd be much appreciated. I've never done oil pastel, but it's pretty straightforward as a medium, I think. But then again, I've never done it. I do know that my plan is just to layer, add color, just slowly fill out the page. Really the plan is layer. That is the plan. Color theory will come into effect, purples and blues, and hopefully I can make that work. But, nothing crazy. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I mean, we'll just keep going. It's a little nerve-wracking just putting color on the page. It's not as forgiving, or it just stays. But anyways, I've been playing a lot of CS in the last few days along with packing up. It's been fun. I'm slowly but surely packing up everything and taking down, and I'm trying to repair the walls. I'm gonna take down all the art I have after this. It's probably gonna take me a while. I need to go to the store and buy some paint, putty to patch up all the holes for all the nails I've done. But it's not too bad. Okay, dark green. I'm feeling just so out of practice, I don't even know what to talk about, to tell y'all the truth, but that's okay. I don't really know how I'm gonna do leaves, maybe like this, just kind of little splotches, and I'll just come back around with more color. I do know you're supposed, I think I'm supposed to do lighter values first or something like that. I'm not too sure, but we'll get by. Hopefully I'm not just wasting oil pastel. It kind of feels like I am just tossing stuff on. So I'm a little afraid. All right, a little bit of orange splotches in here. Yeah. I am looking at the reference, but at the same time, I'm kind of just filling out a scene of a guy walking his dog. Is that black? No, I don't want to use black. Deep dark navy. I can see why this is like such a fun medium though. He fell out the page pretty quick, and you can really see the colors come to life. Wow. Okay, I guess I'll use this to do the guy. Yeah, okay, this is proving a little more difficult than I would have hoped, but that's okay. Doggy. And then I'll just fill in, I guess, with the light blue. Yeah, I don't really know how this was supposed to just easily fill, but it'll need highlights. And he has a black dog. God, okay. I'm already seeing a lot of difficulty with the pastel, but that is okay. I'll make do. I kind of just like the dog, I tell you what. All right, there's light on the left. Try to do some shading along the outer of this guy's stuff. All right, it's one step closer. I'm gonna make this background this kind of gray-green. I'm liking this a lot. This is what I'll use to fade in to the white in the middle. Yeah, I'll use just to fill out everything above, and then we'll just work over this. That'll be the plan. It's down below. That's probably gonna take some time, to really fill out, but it's okay. I'm not too worried about it. I haven't talked in over a month. Wow, that's actually insane. Over a month, just about. It's been about 2 weeks. About 2 weeks, and I did some watercolor on the East Coast, and that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the watercolor. It wasn't easy, but it was enjoyable. So, along with the oil pastels, and today's are just a great test. I made that guy way too big. I really do want to improve on my oil pastels and my color, my use of color. I hardly use color. You kind of run from it, and I want to get better with it. It's color shapes everything in our lives, and I think it'd be really cool to incorporate in my art. Okay, I'm making a mess. I want to keep my things in order. What should I add now? It's looking a little crazy. Am I supposed to like blend it with my fingers? Is that a thing? Let's see. I'll do that at the end. No, I'll do it right now. Yeah, I'm allowed to blend it, I think. It's probably a tool for this. Probably not supposed to use your fingers. I could probably use paper towel, but that's okay. Art is meant to be, very physical. You're meant to feel it. Meant to be in it. Okay, we got some trees. This is just finger painting now. This is pretty ridiculous. Oh man. Yeah. My best piece of art I ever did is a painting of a crab. And I did it on the day I thought I was going to quit art altogether. It was during COVID. It was the final project of my online, Art 100 class where we were learning the principles about stuff. And it was a class where we had to, our final project was to paint something. And so I picked this crab and I found it while I was at the beach. I was at the beach at the time with COVID. And I procrastinated as I do. And it came to the day of the final, and I was finishing up doing the final touches of the crab, and I was just not happy with it. I was embarrassed. I didn't think it was to a level I wanted to submit. I just thought I was not happy with it. And I almost didn't go. To class. I just thought, there's no way. This is embarrassing. People are gonna roast me apart. I don't want to show this. And I decided I'll just show up to the class anyways. I owed it to my mama, my parents, for supporting me for school and, just my passions and try to figure out what I want to do. And anyways, I go to the class, and my painting I was so embarrassed about just was good. It was a lot better than, it was just a lot better than a lot of other people's. Some people painted, like red balls and squares and stuff and doors. And I had painted this crab, and I was really happy with it. I'll show it on my channel one of these days for sure. But I was just so happy with it. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that I had drawn something that was so good or painted. And long story short, it made me realize I can do art. And that's when I decided to officially switch to a design degree. And yeah, I also did get that crab painting framed, and it sits in my bathroom. And I was thinking about it because I've been putting all my paintings together and stuff. I'm gonna make this a little purpley blue, I think. Just a bit more color in here. Yeah. we're slowly filling this out. I want to use a bit more, big colors before I blend all the bottom here. The autumn colors are really what are cool. But anyways, yeah, it's my favorite work I've ever done, and it probably the most color I've ever used making something is in this crab painting I have. Yeah, it's my favorite little crab. I'm so happy with it. I really don't know how I managed to do it, but it really is a little bit of little good work from your boy. All right, a little bit of falling leaves. Might have been a little mistake. All right, let me do a little bit more, a little blue, and I think I can mesh all this white blue. Yeah, that'll work. All right. Yeah. All right, it's looking a little smudgy. I'm having second doubts about the finger spread technique. I'm having a lot of doubts. That's a-okay though. It's supposed to look, you know, I don't know what it's supposed to look like. That's once again the beauty of art. It can look like whatever you want. All right, I'm gonna really get the shading out on these guys. Yeah. Once again, shout out to A1 Mutts, Al Mutts. This was a pretty aggressive, not aggressive, but you know, a jump, a very aggressive goal. All right, I'll show the reference and we'll see how close we're getting. Color has a ways to go. I'm gonna keep going. I'm enjoying myself. Also at the end, you know, you're supposed to do highlights, add the lighter colors on top. I hope you can do that on Pastel. We will find out. That's the thing. I'm really using every color at my disposal, trying to get a bit of color theory to, you know, make the edges darker and, you know, make everything work out. I think that'll be cool. Yeah. Okay, let me get a bit more darker up top. Yeah, the bottom's pretty cool. Okay. I guess I'm just gonna use every color. Why not? Well, it's actually a good reason to why not, but it's okay. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, it's the color palette I may have messed up on. That is on me, but there's not much we can do about swapping up. So I'm gonna get these a little darker with the blue. I think I like the blue. Try to get a little water reflection here. Get more water. Wow, there's a lot of blue on this. It's like here, you see that? I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. I'm gonna have to clean these up. I'm really cross-contaminating a lot of these colors. I'm gonna go over with all right, I'm gonna mesh this, and then I'm gonna go over with white after I do that. And I'll try and, you know, correct a bit of this. And I'm realizing now this is not really moving, and I believe that is because it is oil. So, yeah. Yeah. But I'll just try to go over white on this all to really try to make it more eerie. It's supposed to be a little lighter. That was my fault. But the white is helping a little bit. If anyone in the comments is an oil painter or uses oil pastel, I would love some advice. This is a brand new world for me, so I'm not familiar in this space. But I'd really like to, know a little more. I'm realizing now this is super dark, like heavy of a painting. There's a lot more lighter colors in the reference I'm looking at. I'm gonna try to add in more of these autumn leaves and other stuff here. Hopefully I can, add a bit more color. Yeah. This is by Gleb Gobeletsky, and he is super talented. I've seen his works before, but never while knowing his name. I'm not exactly sure where I've seen them, but I've definitely seen them before. And he's incredible. He really is incredible. It was a lucky find for me to be able to just, find his art. I'm really liking the bottom. It's not really the reflective look I'm trying to get yet, but we'll get there. I'm really struggling right now. I want to get a bit more. I'll do a bit more shading on the guys. That's what I'll do. Just a bit more. This guy is interesting. I don't really know how to do more colors on this guy without making him too dark. But yeah. Also, like, I want it to be known that he's facing forward, but I don't know how to do that. That's okay. I'm gonna reshape the dog. I guess I'll make him a little blue. Wow, okay, oil is a lot harder than I thought. I can't do too much to the dog. They are starting to lose their shape. So, look at that. I have a paper towel. I'm gonna try and use a little bit of paper towel. I really want to mesh the bottom a bit more. Maybe this will be a better tool to blend it, really make it look more like a watery scene. Once I'm happy with like the under palette, that's when I'm gonna go back and do more of highlights. All right, I'm making it muddy. I realize now. On that note, I'm just gonna try and push these into trees. I just had that thought where I can try and just push a little bit, push it to make it look more in tune with its color. So yeah, I'm gonna just make these more into trees, and we're gonna, make the trees come over, and now it's almost like a brush, It's really just gonna pull. I want to pull it towards the middle. Ooh. All right, let's relax on that, huh? Yeah, you can start to see the strokes now. It's pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna try and spruce up this guy. I don't really know how, but we're gonna try and get him a bit more, make him wear a bit more pants, Hell no. Man, this guy's dark. Okay, that's fine. Get a bit more shading. It's supposed to be a bit more that way. Okay. Let me go over it with white, a bit more detail, but we are nearing the end, I will say. And I'm gonna try to create a little, really get more white if I can. I don't really know how to create the, what do you call it? That's pretty good, actually. I really wanna, oh yeah, wait, you can see. It's pushing, I can, oh my God. Okay. I guess this is how oil works. I really just can push it around. It's pretty cool. Try to get these guys' ears all nice and pointy. But I want it to be a little more eerie. Okay. I'm gonna go over with a really light blue on the highlights of the water. And that should be a little better. Trying to get a bit more color over here. Okay. Wow, it's getting dirty. Let me mesh the water a little bit. Okay. You know, I might have to go over a whole nother round. I like it without the blotchy look when there's a lot of oil on the page. I don't know. I'll go with some lighter greens. Try to really lighten the colors here. Get a bit more, you know, life onto the page. Get some more lighter greens towards the middle where they're supposed to be. You know, I mean, these are trees, you know. There's not much. Well, it's kind of like grassy here, but that's okay. Try to get some more grass growing down here. A little bit of grassy green there. Okay. I don't know. I'll just use my finger. Try and blend this a bit more. I just put some random trees at the end, you know. It's supposed to be a bit more fade to black look, fade to white. Alrighty. That is gonna be it. 30 minutes in. Let me do a little PV down at the bottom. Let me take off the paint first. Hopefully my fingers aren't gonna stay in the corners, but it's okay if they do. That's just the way it works. I don't know exactly where I'll sign, but okay. Wow, my hands are dirty. There she is. A little PV. All right, that was helpful. I'll have to do it in the black. A little PV. Okay. There is mine. And here is the reference. Gleb Golbuski. Shout out Al Mutz. Yeah. Wow. Sweet. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Ciao. I'm gonna film the outro. This is the final product right here. Pretty cool. Happy with it. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.